Walk into almost any home with a baby under 12 months, and you will find one. Hanging in the doorway or sitting in the corner. Brightly colored, cheerful looking, the baby bouncing happily inside it while the parent finally gets something done. The Jolly Jumper, the baby jumper, one of the most popular baby products sold in the world right now. And one of the things that Japan and Finland, two of the most child development-focused cultures on the planet, have never used. Not because they cannot afford them, not because they have not heard of them, because they understood something decades ago that most Western parents are only beginning to discover. That Jolly Jumpers are not helping your baby develop. They are quietly working against it. Today, I am going to show you exactly why and 7 things to do instead. Before I say anything else, I want to be very clear about something. If you have used a Jolly Jumper or you are using one right now, you are not a bad parent. You are an exhausted parent who was sold a product marketed as developmental and entertaining. The packaging shows happy babies, the reviews talk about how much they love it. Nobody told you what was actually happening inside your baby's body while they were in it. But now I am going to. Here is what actually happens when your baby is in a Jolly Jumper. Your baby's hips are suspended in a harness with their feet touching the ground at a tiptoe angle. In this position, your baby cannot move freely. They cannot roll, they cannot push up, they cannot shift their weight naturally from side to side. Their spine is compressed vertically, absorbing impact with every bounce before the core and spinal muscles that are supposed to protect it are strong enough to do their job. And while your baby is bouncing and smiling, which they genuinely enjoy because the sensation is stimulating, their developing hip joints are being loaded in an abnormal position that pediatric physiotherapists consistently flag as a concern for hip dysplasia and abnormal hip development. Japan has a parenting concept called Mimamoru, watching with warm, patient eyes and trusting your baby's natural developmental process completely. Japanese pediatric culture has never embraced jumpers or bouncers that position babies artificially because the foundational belief is this: a baby's body knows exactly what it needs to do and when. Your job is to give it the right environment, not to bypass the process with a device. Finnish pediatric guidelines align completely. Finnish health visitors actively advise parents against devices that fix babies in non-natural positions and prescribe floor time in varied positions as the only environment where genuine development happens. So what should you do instead? Here are 7 things that give your baby genuine development, the kind that builds real strength, real coordination, and a real phonation for every milestone that comes after. Thing 1, back-lying free movement time. Place your baby flat on their back on a firm surface with a toy or your face just above them to reach toward. In this position, your baby can kick freely, roll to the side, push up, and shift their weight in every direction. Every movement they make is being chosen by their own developing nervous system. This is how motor development is supposed to happen, from the inside out, not from a harness. Thing 2, tummy time every single day. This is the Jolly Jumper's developmental opposite. Where a jumper compresses the spine vertically, tummy time builds the muscles that protect it. Where a jumper fixes your baby in one position, tummy time gives them the freedom to push, lift, roll, and explore. Japan and Finland both prescribe tummy time from the newborn period precisely because it builds the neck, shoulder, and core strength that every subsequent milestone is built upon. Thing 3, side-lying exploration. Place your baby on your side with a roll towel behind their back for gentle support. This position builds the lateral muscles along the sides of the torso, muscles that are essential for rolling, sitting, and crawling. It also encourages midline play, where your baby brings their hands together in front of their body, a crucial developmental milestone that a Jolly Jumper completely bypasses. Thing 4, supported floor sitting with your hands. When your baby is around 5 to 6 months and beginning to develop sitting strength, sit behind them and offer minimal hand support at their hips rather than holding them upright from above. This allows their core muscles to do the actual work of sitting while you simply prevents a fall. It is a difference between giving your baby a skill and giving your baby the experience of a skill. One builds strength, the other borrows it. Thing 5, carrying in arms or a carrier. One of the reasons parents reach for the Jolly Jumper is hands-free time. Japanese and Finnish parents solve this with a soft structured carrier. When carried properly, your baby's hips are in the natural M position, knees higher than bottom, spine in a healthy curve, core gently engaged. Your hands-free, their development continues. Thing 6, crawling encouragement on the floor. Before your baby can crawl, they need to spend significant time on their tummy and on all fours rocking back and forth. A Jolly Jumper skips this entirely, going from non-mobile directly to a standing bounce. Crawling is not just a milestone, it is a full brain and body integration event that builds bilateral coordination, depth perception, and the neural connections between both hemispheres of the brain. Protecting this stage by keeping your baby on the floor is one of the most important things you can do. Thing 7, real floor play with you present. This is the hardest one for tired parents to hear. The reason the Jolly Jumper is so appealing is that it entertains your baby while you step away. But here's what Japanese and Finnish parents understand that most Western parenting culture has lost. The most developmentally rich environment for a baby is not a device. It is you, sitting on the floor, present, responding, following their lead. 10 minutes of genuine floor play with a present parent does more for your baby's development than an hour in the most expensive baby device ever made. You are not just their entertainment, you are their entire developmental environment. So here's what I want you to take from today. The Jolly Jumper is not evil. It is not going to permanently damage your baby if it was used. But it is also not doing what the packaging suggests. It is not building strength. It is not developing coordination. It is keeping your baby entertained in a way that bypasses the very process their body is trying to complete. Japan and Finland figured this out without needing a study. They just trusted the floor. Trust the floor, put your baby down, get down with them, and let development happen the way it was designed to. Freely, messily, slowly, and completely. Which of these 7 alternatives are you starting today? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And if this changed how you see your baby's development, please share it with a parent who has a jolly jumper in their doorway right now. I will see you in the next one.